Now that you've seen just what this build can do, I'm going to show you how you can achieve the same results for yourself, and be sure to watch till the end, because each part of the build is interconnected. I'll be starting with a quick breakdown on Revenant, just so you're all caught up. We'll first start with his abilities. His first ability, Enthrall, enthralls enemies, making them allies that fight for you, but keep in mind you can still damage them. His second ability, Mesmer Skin, the star of his kit, makes him immortal to all forms of damage. Just make sure to watch out for nullifying units. His third and fourth ability are completely irrelevant to the build, and I'm about to get into why that is. Starting with his aura mod, I used Corrosive Projection to reduce enemy armor. For duration, I used Primed Continuity and Narrow-Minded. Since this build needs a lot of strength, I used Augur Secrets, Blind Rage, and Transient Fortitude. As I said earlier, his original third and fourth abilities are useless, and that's why they are the perfect candidates for a subsumed ability, which in this case is Roar. I chose the fourth ability because of the mod Precision Intensify, which specifically boosts the fourth ability with additional ability strength. For energy economy, I used Energy Nexus, since it pairs well with Sonoric. As for the final mod, we'll be using Thrall Pact for extra damage on our primary weapon upon enthralling an enemy. And for the arcanes, I used Arcane, Energize for energy, and Arcane Rage for even more damage with primary weapons. Here's the full build for Revenant. Now let's get into the Archon shards, and just so you know, they don't need to be Tau forged. So use whatever you have, as long as it's the same color of the ones I show you. For the first shard, I went with a yellow casting speed shard. Then I equipped 2 red shards for ability strength, then another red shard for primary status effects, and for the last one I used a blue maximum energy shard. And since I know 5 shards are a lot of investment, I would say you absolutely need the yellow casting speed shard, and you can get away with no blue shard if you're using Revenant Prime. Now let's discuss the weapons to use on Revenant that allow you to hit up to millions of damage per shot. For the setup, we'll be using the Burstin for our main form of DPS for bosses and demolition units, the Epitaph for priming, and a glaive to clear out enemies such as the Glaive Prime, Zorus, or Falcor, but I personally like to use the Falcor. Here's the build for the Burstin. As you can see, I didn't put on Serration because we already have Thrall Pact and Arcane Rage also. We'll only be using the Burstin on enemies already hit with the Epitaph, so Galvanized Aptitude was a much better choice. Here's the Incarnate tree. Now for the Epitaph, your build on it doesn't really matter that much since it's just a primer, but you should at least have the mod, Perpetual Agony. Have Arcane Encumber, and put on as much status chance as possible. Here's the build I used. And lastly, here's the build for my Falcor. You can just put on Pressure Point if you don't have a Riven. Before we wrap things up, here's a few tips to get maximum damage. Before firing the Burstin, make sure to enthrall nearby enemies to trigger Thrall Pact for extra damage. Also fire 3 shots of the Epitaph at your enemy to prime them, and add a freeze effect for easy headshots, since this build relies on them heavily. That's it for today's video, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment what I should make a build on next. Be sure to check out my other builds as well.